Sam Altman changed in the last 2 months, and I want to show you just with the body language how much he really changed. It's completely crazy, and this is also the reason why it makes me a little bit scared, but I will explain it when we are going along with the body language. So first of all, just as a condition, I will use some words like AGI, ASI, Q-star, OpenAI, and so on. I will explain them briefly, but also I have a description and put the text on it, and you just pause the video and you can read through it. You don't need to read it. I will explain it briefly, but some of them could be incorrect, like when I say Sam Altman is the leading guy of the development of AGI. So this could also, for the people that are much deeper in this topic, they will say, this is not completely correct. That's why I want to do it more perfect, that we really have the full frame if you need it, but you don't need it. We are looking into insecurity body language today, and how is a person looking when he's insecure. So let's go.
What do you think the biggest obstacles that you see to reaching AGI? It sounds like you think maybe the scaling laws have runway currently and holding for the next couple of years.
Yeah, I think the biggest obstacles are new research. And, one of the things I've had to learn shifting from like internet software to AI is research does not kind of work on the same schedule as engineering, which usually means it takes much longer, it doesn't work, but sometimes means it works tremendously faster than anyone could have predicted.
So how does it feel when he's like in this position? Does it feel like he's really proud of himself? Is he like, yeah, I'm so safe and secure? Or does it look more like, okay, I want to hide myself? And this is very common body language when we are not feeling secure. We have the shoulders into the front, and then going into this embryo position and trying to be as safe as possible. So I'm trying to, everything that could be attacked, I'm trying to secure. That's why we also have these. Yeah, we can definitely see how the hands are going in this direction. Everything is in a defense mechanism. When he's talking about AGI, to simplify it, it's just the next step of artificial intelligence, and it knows a lot more than that what we got here, and it's human-like intelligence. There's also the next step, the ASI, the sentient style, super intelligent. That is much more intelligent than all humans combined. So this is really crazy. And so what we need when we are going into this new decade of artificial intelligence, what we need is, of course, a person that really can stand his ground against all the forces that are coming in. So now the scary part begins a little bit, because there's a lot of interests, political interests, military interests, business interests. So this is a lot of force that's fighting against him and the team. So you need really a strong leader, and we need a team that stick together. But I will show you why I also think there is so much drama going on in the team, and they are not strong, really strong together. Let's take this picture as an example, and we see, maybe just a normal picture, but when we zoom more in, what do you see in the face? What is your feeling? Don't you feel already? This is not smiling. This is not like, okay, yeah, we are having fun at this company. This is a very doubtful face. Yeah, we can see the smiling is not coming through. And yes, of course, I know it's a picture again, and maybe the picture and wrong timing and so on and so on. And we can fake a lot in the picture, but this is one of the arguments I want to make. I see a lot of difference when I change the picture. So this is a picture out of April, 1 month ago, and you see there's a lot more smiling, and a little bit more lighten up. We can also see the chin here, the thing here, the chin, with the carving into this chin on the cheeks. We can see this one is more like, it's also, we can see the shoulders going back, and we can see more lighten up. not feeling so heavy. Again, it can be a good day, the other day could be a bad day, just for an example, but now I show you the real interesting picture. And now how do you feel when you see this picture together with the CEO of Microsoft? Interesting, right? When there's someone else. Could be just coincidence that he's more light and more brighten up and more funny when there's the CEO of Microsoft. Then we had the Nvidia CEO, it was okay. And the newest pictures with the team, strange, huh? With the team, and there was the most doubtful face, and we could see a lot of heaviness, not really being sure, insecure, not with the shoulders wide open. But let's give you more evidence in the body language. I know you can here argue a lot against it and say, this is just this is just interpretation. So now let's compare this body language with an interview 2 months ago. Let's go.
I saw this internet clip once. I'm going to get the numbers wrong, but it was like Bill Gates talking about the amount of memory on some early computer. Maybe it was 64K, maybe 640K, something like that. And most of it was used for the screen buffer. And he just couldn't, it seemed genuine, just couldn't imagine that the world would eventually need gigabytes of memory in a computer or terabytes of memory in a computer. And you always do. You always do just need to like follow the exponential of technology. And we're going to we will find out how to use better technology. So I can't really imagine what it's like right now.
Okay, can you already see the difference? What we can see is we have a lot more agitation. That means he's a little more lively, and everything that he's describing, the face is moving more. So why is it so important that the face is moving more? When we are sad, when we are overwhelmed, when we are on a lot of pressure, that's why we say pressure, then something is tighten up in our face and on our body and fighting against the pressure. So this gives us so we don't have the possibility anymore to react or to show a lot of emotions, because we are in fighting position. Yeah, when you're fighting, and everything tense, and the chin is tense, and the mouth is tense. We see with the mouth
that the world would eventually.
And we see this little movement to the left and to the right, and even the mouth and so on. But the most important part is, do you see how here in this area, do you see how the mouth is like, every time it's such a little smile here, nice picture. Yeah, it's a little smile coming up. And what I want to show you is that in the body language, even though he is looking in another direction, and we had this also with the insecurity, we see that this inner world, so he's looking in his inner world and he's seeing and remembering this meme or this GIF in a world. That's why he's looking in this direction. And we can see, now the mouth is going up and he has a connection to it with positivity. So in the other video, he's looking, I believe, in a different direction. He's looking into this direction, and then he is getting depressive or sad or insecure. But the problem is why I'm not talking about it, or why I don't put it into the equation, is the reason because of the camera. We don't know it. The camera can always be mirrored. Yeah, this is the phenomena. When I speak here with my webcam to you, my eyes are also mirrored. So I don't know if it is the same or it's different. Why is it so important when I'm talking to clients? With clients is that I can definitely see, okay, where are the positive things, where they are saved in the memory card, let's say this, and where are the negative things. And this is different for every person. I know in the neuro-linguistic programming, NLP, there we have the idea of left, upper right, inner world, outer world, remembering, and so on. But I found it a little bit more special and unique for every person. This is my belief, is because in the subconsciousness, when we close our eyes, we put parents, situations, schools, work, and so on, we put them in special areas in our subconscious mind. So when we are going into the meditation and we are looking around, and go into the past, and let's say we have a traumatic experience with homework, with the test, with the school, with our parents, then we can ask in this meditation, hey, where is your father? And you will find him exactly at the same position every time. Yeah? And he's like on the right side and trying to hit me, scream at me, something like this. This is the same direction. These positions, our subconsciousness is working. So every time I'm looking into this direction, there's also a connection where I put the positive things, the happy things in my in my living room, in the kitchen, and so on. Yeah, and then I have the bad places like school, and the school is always this direction. Yeah? But this is unique for every person. Another hint that he is much more lively, much more positive, and looking into a bright future is when the eyes are like this. They are wide open. Yeah. So let's compare to this picture
Runway
again.
currently.
Yeah. And we can see the eyes are much more squinting. Yeah. And this eyes is very interesting. This eye here, can you see that this is hanging lower than the other? Do you see it a little bit? Again, here we have a little bit of smiling, but also the eyes are looking down. This is the next problem. Yeah? Here now we have the smiling, yeah, and brightening up. So now you could argue, hey, Jurek, but wait, he is smiling in between, but now we have to take the whole interview into an account. So we can see again, we have it here. Wait, looking again, looking down. The question is coming, and here you see again this face. Yeah, he's all the time. This is. I ask you first of all, yeah, how do you feel when you see this face? When I say, this is so typical when I ask a client a very hard question. Yeah, the eyebrows are moving directly in this direction. It's like, yeah, because we have so much pressure and so much tension, and it's when you do this movement, you can really feel it. How does it feel for yourself when you do it? And then like, there's this pain coming out. This is a tough question for him. This we have throughout all the interview, and this is completely different. So the question would be, what happened in the last 2 months with Sam Altman? What happened behind the scenes? Something really changed, and I think there was a lot of impact. There was a lot of safety issues with the new OpenAI GPT-5 technology. With Sora, we saw it already that Sora came out and everyone was hyped up, and I said, wow, this is so crazy what this program can do. But in the interview, we can also find out that Sam Altman is like, they really went a step backwards and said, hey, we don't want to shock the world anymore, because there was a lot of backlash. And I can just speculate, yeah, if it is because of deepfake, because of military political interest. Sora, this program is so good that you can do fake videos and nobody can see it. This is really, really, when you do a little bit of post-production, you can fake anything. And I think this was very obvious for very, very important, mighty people. And since then, something changed. But it could also be with the development of QStar, and that they really have the AGI achieved internally. I'm not too sure of this point. A lot of people are saying this, but I'm not so sure of this point, because when I see him in the interviews, he is talking about, yeah, in the end of next year we will have achieved it internally, and I believe him. We will release it. I think he saw some glimpses of AGI, but not the full program, and maybe they shifted their focus on safety. Let's get into more specific body language. So let's see which question is coming, his reaction, and of course insecurity. I want to go into this topic. What can I do when I feel insecure with my body language, and how can I react or help the other person when I see insecurities with the body language, with posture of the other person? So let's go into this.
You made an announcement earlier today.
We did.
Multimodal 4.0.
Yeah.
That's the omega sign, right?
Just the like
No.
O.
Yeah, omni. Okay, sorry. It works across text, voice, vision. Can you speak to why this is important?
Because I think it's like an incredible way to use a computer.
So here you can see the difference in this question is he released something, GPT-4o, and now the eyes are moving up, going, looking upwards. And this is typically a sign for a visionary guy. So I'm telling you, it's not every time like this. In the NLP, we say it, and it's a frame you can use, but it's not all the time this way. Because looking up, there's a theory because there's the sun, and that's why it is something reaching to something positive, to the light, but it could also be the moon. And I'm not so sure of this theory, again, because it's not fitting in every situation. But what at least I can say, when someone is looking much more up, then it's definitely more brightening. It's more in direction of positivity and happiness. And when we are looking down, it's more like the inner monologue. This is looking into the future. This is more intro perspective, and and more like it doesn't mean immediately depressive. It's more like inner monologue. Just this doesn't mean at all, but most of the time, because we are living in a society where we are looking always outside and not confronting ourselves so much with the inside, then and we are starting to go into the inside, then we are realizing, oh, there are negative emotions. We are doing this when there are too much negative emotions, then we start to go internally. Let's go.
We've had like the idea of like voice controlled computers for a long time. Siri, and we had things before that. They've never, to me, felt natural to use. And this one, many different reasons, what it can do, the speed, adding in other modalities, the inflection, the naturalness, the fact that you can do things like say, hey, talk faster or talk in this other voice. And that's the fluidity, the pliability, whatever you want to call it. I just can't believe how much I love using it.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is completely, I believe it's completely true, because we have again this body language with the arms crossed and very defensive. And when you see this body language, of an insecure person, and it doesn't mean immediately, oh, he's an insecure person because I have my arms crossed. I just said for an example, you identified it. Then, and the person is going from this protection mechanism, breaking it up.
The fluidity.
Yeah, you see, now he is showing something with his hands. This means that this person is opening up. It's widening. Because when an insecure person is like, and you know it from yourself, I believe. Wait, I change a little bit the camera. Yes, that's it. Yeah, okay, and there are coming questions, and you're like, yes, and it's getting stiff and stiff. And when there's a question that this insecure person really likes, then they start to explain it. Maybe this person likes to talk about AGI. You can talk with this person about food. You can talk about cars, and this person is all the time like, short answer. I don't like cars so much. But when the person is starting opening up, then you know, okay, now it's a topic the person likes to talk about, and where the person is also feeling much more secure, much more safe. So if you want to give this person a good time, then you stay with this topic and ask questions regarding to this. But of course, don't be surprised, there can also be the protection mechanism can come back, even though we are at the same topic, but this is a little bit too deep. So let's continue. And with the eyes,
the pliability, whatever you want to call it.
The eyebrows, and this is like, I'm surprised, I'm excited. I'm excited. The eyebrows moving upwards, and I love it.
Can't believe how much I love using it.
Spike Jonze would be
fitting.
Are there use cases?
And even a little laugh.
Is that you've gravitated to?
Well, I've only had it for like a week or something. But one is putting
surprising. He even uses this word.
My phone on the table while I'm like really in the zone of working. And then without having to like change windows or change what I'm doing, using it as like another channel. So I'm like working on something. I would normally like stop what I'm doing, switch to another tab, Google something, click around or whatever. But while I'm like still doing it, to just ask and get like an instant response without changing from what I was looking at on my computer, that's been a surprisingly cool thing.
What actually made
There you also saw where his computer is positioned in his office. So this is also where what I said with the subconsciousness,
Or
he's
whatever.
showing
But
directly.
while I'm like still doing it, to just ask and get like an instant response without changing from what I was looking.
Okay, so this is a very good example to give you an idea how the subconscious work. So in his position, he is writing in this direction, and he says doesn't change. I don't have to change to the other monitor. So this shows us he definitely has two monitors. Yeah, I would say maybe more, but yeah, just to give you this example. So he's writing to this monitor, and then changing to this. Yeah, and body language is really showing us this. So we can imagine even the room he's sitting in, because it's so detailed. Yeah, when we are saying the truth.
In my computer, that's been a surprisingly cool thing.
what actually made this possible? Was it an architectural shift or more compute?
I mean, it was like all of the things that we've learned over the last several years. We've been working on audio models. We've been working on visual models. We've been working on tying them together. We've been working.
Now he's talking about work, and suddenly it shifts. You see, now all the time looking down and learning is like we made a lot of failure. Yeah, learning is when you learn, you have to fail in something. When everything is correct and you have make everything perfect, you don't learn anything because you didn't make a mistake. You just keep on pushing. Does it make sense? Just to keep it a little bit simple. And you learn when someone's saying, oh, this wasn't good. Oh, then we change our behavior. Then we change our work habits.
Things that
And
we've
here we
learned
see.
over the last several years. We've been working on audio models. We've been working on visual models. We've been working on tying them together. We've been working on more efficient ways to train our models.
And when you see a person here in this situation, when I see this face looking down with the defense, respect the boundaries of this person. Yeah, respect it. You can ask this person, hey, is there something you want to talk about? Is there something you want to share? Ask this question once. If the person doesn't want to share anything, yeah, okay, no problem. Then just let it go, and I would just give the person more space. What it means in this unique situation can be different. It's hey, just be listening, just be quiet, just be there with the other person, or leave the room. This is unique for every situation. I won't give you a technique because this has a lot to do with emotions and feel into the situation. But just keep in mind, respect the boundaries of the other person.
It's not like, okay, we unlocked this one crazy new thing all at once, but it was putting a lot of pieces together.
Do you think you need to develop an on-device model to decrease latency to the point for usability?
For video, maybe it would be hard to deal with network latency at some point. Like a thing that I've always thought would be super amazing is to put on someday a pair of AR goggles or whatever and just like speak the world in real time and watch things change. And that might get harder over network latency. But for this, 200 or 300 milliseconds of latency feels faster than a human responding to me in many cases.
Okay, so we can also see the difference when he's talking about the release of this technology. Then we can see again, the eyes are going up and looking into the eye of his interview partner. Also, Insecurity, when I'm not feeling safe, is normally left, right, but not looking into the eyes of the other person. Is also an indicator that shows us, oh, this person is not feeling safe at all. Why aren't we doing this? So here, yeah, we have here the straight eye contact. And why is it that we are not looking into the eyes of the other person? Because we are fearful of that the other person could read my emotions, my mind, or my soul. We realize this. We all made this experience in our past as a child when we lied to our mother or to our father, and they looked directly into our eyes and they saw it. Yeah, and we, not all of us, but like 80% or 90% made this experience, and they or realized, oh, when I'm looking into the eyes, oh, they can see, because when we go into the eyes, look into the eyes of the person, we are connecting much better with the emotions. We are connecting much better with the body language. And that is the reason why we can immediately feel why somebody is lying, even though we don't analyze. We are doing this right now, the body language. And that's why we are not looking directly into the eyes and try to avoid eye contact.
Is video, in this case, images?
And
Oh, sorry, I meant video if you wanted like generated video, not input video.
got it.
so, and we have this shocked
Seconds
here.
of latency feels feels faster than a human responding to me.
Yeah, this is a shocked or more like a very surprised face. The eyes are widening up even more, yeah, to the limit. This is, and the chin. This is a little bit is a little bit of fearfulness in it, because also the chin is tucking in a little bit. Wait, maybe I can make it a little bit better.
Latency, 200-300 milliseconds of.
You see it here that the chin is tucking back. This is typically when we are like in confronting a dominance, and this could be a dominance of another person, but also a thing that is much stronger than I am, and then like I'm tucking in the chin and trying to go in this subdominant way. And this is like, what do you want? Yeah, this is the complete opposite. I'm the dominant, and this is like tucking in and shocked how good this thing is.
The creative element. Like, what do you think remains uniquely human as models start doing more and more capabilities of what we used to consider?
I think
This is a highlight for me, this scene, because he's really, really scared of something in the future. With what is the job of a human, or what happens when AGI take over? And why I say this is a highlight, because he is going so crazy with his hands.
Of what we used to models
Again,
start doing
here you can see it already starting when the question is coming.
more and more capabilities of what we used to.
Yeah, and so much here with the hands. Why are we doing this? This is trying to calm ourselves down. We have a lot of sensible nerves here, and also my theory, this is my own theory, also when we are born and we are fed by the breast, is it correct English, then and we try to get the milk, and this is a very, very nice feeling, when we are drinking. And so here's a lot of enjoyment, and a lot of, that's why it's also, this is not a coincidence, smoking, drinking, everything here on the mouth. And then there's a lot of happening here, and kissing and so on. So you can see eating, a lot is connected to this part, and giving us a lot of excitement, a lot of enjoyment and pleasure. And so we use pleasure. Every addiction in our society, we use pleasure to suppress emotions. This is typically, and when it's even more, and the inner monologue is coming harder and harder. So we always connect this with thinking, and there's a lot of pressure in myself. I try to get it down with this with the hands. So you will see it myself. I'm doing this all the time. You will see it a lot. So this is a very deep body language. And again, it's not about changing the body language, or it is wrong. That it's not about. It's just, okay, what is happening in this person right now? And we want to try to bring consciousness into ourselves, in our own body language.
Consider.
And also you saw a little bit of chewing. This is anger.
What we used to.
Here is a brief moment. He's tucking in his mouth, so there's a lot he can't say, he can't talk about, and even there's a little bit on. He's biting on his underlip. This is aggression. There's something very aggressive, and I'm aggressive of what wants to come out. There's such a hard conflict. I want to speak about, but I cannot, and so there's a lot of anger. And I think he used a lot of time, because there is a cut. This is a complete cut. Yeah, I see a completely different scene now, and the mouth is already wide open. So there was a little bit of pause, and they cut it. No problem. I just wanted to say, yeah, he needed a lot of time because the question was so intense for him and triggered a lot in him. So let's now approve our theory, what he is saying, and combine it with the body language. So I made a lot of theories about, yeah, looking down, insecure, feeling overwhelmed. So listen to his words. He's talking about a 4-day heavy work.
Not really eating. Energy levels like very high, very clear, very focused, but just like your body was like in some weird adrenaline charged state for a long time.
And my body was in a very weird state for a long time. So 4 days they pushed through. And again, you see this body language. You see again, yeah, looking away, tucking in. So we have the combination of everything now. And this shows, yeah, it's proving the exact this moment where he's talking about my body is in a strange, tired. Was tired and was overwhelmed in this situation, yeah, then he's doing this body language. So what can we do in this situation, to say at last, when we have this body language ourselves and we are feeling insecure? We are taking a deep breath at first. This is the most important thing, that you try to find a way to breathe in. Yeah, and it's not about changing the body language. Why are we not changing our body language? Like, okay, now I'm sitting like this. Because you fake it. This is just a fake way. When you will fake your body language, other people will feel it. Yeah, I can assure you, we all have our intuitions. When we see someone is playing a role and fake it, we can see it. I have to add, maybe not in the beginning, maybe later, like in the dating scene, and we are completely, oh, this guy, this dude, oh, this girl is so nice, oh, I really love her, I have a crush on her. And after some weeks, then we are realizing, okay, she was just playing a role, and she just had a mask on it and trying to show her best side. So all this card house will fall apart as soon as we are getting closer, getting more in a emotion relationship. So that's why I say, yeah, it's working short term, but in long term, it's much more important to listen to myself and see, why did I feel today insecure? So we don't do it in this interview right now with Sam Altman. Yeah, I wouldn't say, Sam Altman, now you have to go into your insecurities. I would say, hey, after this interview, then we are going into the meditation and then feel back and see, okay, why was my body like this? What do I try to defend? What I'm feared of, to get conscious, yeah, to get a consciousness of the attacker. The attacker can be, I'm projecting my father into the interviewer. No, it was the topic about work. Hey, wait, work is a very interesting topic where I'm feeling insecure. Wait, but I feel very safe when it's about my accomplishment. It's about my success. Then suddenly I'm opening up and widening up. But about work, I really hate it. It's interesting. Okay, and then we are going into the emotions and feel. So our body language will automatically change when we look into the topics. Then we don't have to do anything. That's why we are doing the emotion meditation, going deep in the emotion meditation to the past, going back to where we learned to go this way. Where was it beneficial in the school, maybe when I was sitting like this and the teacher was like, okay, he is tired, he's overwhelmed. Okay, I won't ask him any questions. Yeah, so it could be very beneficial. Our parents, it's okay, you are tired, go back in your room. We won't have any tasks for you today because you are so tired. Yeah, so these are all techniques out of our past, and we can look in the meditation, we can go back there and then really feel into this, and the body language will change automatically. We don't have to do this and think now consciously, because it won't work. You can see when someone is faking it. Maybe I find a video where I can really show it to you, that there's a difference between natural body language and fake body language. Okay, very nice. What do you think? What do you say? Do you say Sam Altman is, was changing? Do you have any theories to this, or are you saying this is completely bullshit? You like, no, I can't see it. He is happy and he just have a bad day. Could also be true. So I'm very grateful for your support. Yesterday we had 10 new subscribers. Love it. And also the comment sections. Thank you very much for the feedback. And yeah, I really love it. Makes really fun with you. So have a nice day and see you in the next video. See ya.